Changli, a character released in version 1.1, was always missing their best partner. Genshin got judgy in the next update, Yinlin had calculator before they found the derivative of calculus in Chenliao, and while it's not Camelia's best partner, she always had dungeon as a havoc buffer. It is a fact that if you play Changli as a hyper carry, then she's gonna be lacking. She more than makes up for it with her quickswap rolls, but a lot of people just don't like quickswap gameplay. We have long waited for a character who synergizes with Changli's unique gameplay, and Brant was going to be the one to do it. But man, we didn't expect Brant to actually compete with Changli in damage, did we? My name is Void Enigma, and today we're going to be talking about if Brant truly saved Changli, and just how impactful Brant is in the Wuthering Waves meta. Make sure to subscribe as always, and let's get right into it. Brant is a character that excels in quickswap, and also buffs fusion damage and resonant skill damage. Changli is a character that excels in quickswap, and does fusion damage and specializes in resonant skill damage. A match made in heaven, right? Changli got an immense boost from Brant's aerial gameplay, and this team is really versatile, but who would have thought that you'd also be getting a healer and a shielder that's quite capable as well? Because of this fact, Changli's team have become much more flexible. You want to slot in Carlotta? Be my guest. Want a little Electro Liberation damage? Use Chenliao. Want to go Mono Fusion? Chixia is right there waiting for you. What makes things better is that Brant brings a ton of damage to the table as well. He is literally doing almost as much damage as Changli in a full rotation, and that is incredible. Not that Changli really needed the boost to begin with. Nonetheless, Changli has never had a better spot thanks to Brant in the meta, but let's be real, she was already good to begin with. This new teammate finally evens the playing field for Changli, because before, she was doing amazing damage alongside characters that she had zero synergy with, but now, she's just as good as them. It's not all fine and dandy though. Brant is a pirate. He sails the seas, and let's be honest, he might steal a thing or two, but in the vast ocean of online traffic, there are real pirates out there, and you'll need protection. That's where NordVPN comes in. The internet isn't safe anymore. Back in my Genshin days, I got hacked, and let me tell you, losing an account hurts. Ever since then, I never go online unprotected. That's why I use NordVPN. It shields your data, protects you from malware, phishing, and hackers, and lets you browse securely no matter where you are. You can also unlock exclusive deals just by exploring different regions online. Sometimes, prices vary depending on where you're browsing from, and with NordVPN, you get the freedom to access the best offers available. And right now, you can get NordVPN at a huge discount using my link on screen, nordvpn.com/voidenigma. Not only does it protect you, but when you use my link, it also supports this channel, allowing me to create great content for you all. So if you want to stay safe, explore the online seas freely, and support the channel, hit the link in the description and pinned comment and get NordVPN today. Alright then, let's get right back to the video. So it's not very often that a man is so well received. After such heavy doom posting about him, people talking about his impossible builds, and then they were talking about how low his damage would be, interruption resistance being crappy and all that jazz, where's all that talk now? Honestly, the only thing that I'm hearing is how many of you mad lads went for S2 and S3 Brant. Like, my goodness, there's nothing like seeing a 600k anchor drop, am I right? Many people don't even have Changli and pulled Brant just cuz, but turns out, he's just as viable without her as he is with her. Him and Sanhua are such an amazing team, and it's able to actually clear the tower very comfortably. I have to give you a warning though, this tower heavily buffs Brant, like massively so. His damage will not be as strong next update, so just keep that in mind. Even against multi-wave content though, thanks to his lingering hitbox, he is able to annihilate multiple waves at once. It's crazy. Check out this video here to see all of the amazing Brant techs that you can pull off, cause he has quite a few. People even think that Brant can't solo sustain, but trust me, he can. This guy's shield is massive. You don't even need to run a healer alongside him, but keep in mind, Verena and Shorekeeper are not used for their healing. They're used for their universal buffing, so they're definitely still quite valuable to use alongside Brant. Chun-Li is so heavily underestimated that it is crazy. I was able to shine a light onto the realm of quickswap along with many other content creators. It is my duty to show off our queen for those who deemed her a dead weight on your account. She is a specialized character for a certain type of person who can handle quickswap, but she can just as easily fit in a hypercarry team if you play her right. It's correct to assume that Brant brings her hypercarry playstyle to insane heights, but her quickswap plays got just as much better. Changli never really needed saving. She is an insane character in her own right and was always a sub DPS for those that appreciate a quickswap. If you're ever down a sub DPS, then you could use Changli. She is in a weird spot as a heavy damage dealer and liberation damage buffer along with a fusion buffer, and most people relied on that liberation damage buff. If you notice though, her liberation damage and fusion outro buff last only 10 seconds instead of the traditional 14 seconds. This leans more into the quickswap aspect. You shouldn't need to buff that incoming character for that long because it shouldn't be on field that long to actually utilize the buff to begin with. Brant, on the other hand, brings Chun-Li's potential to the forefront because he is an insane buff that almost doubles her damage. When used in a perfect quickswap team, he's just insane. It just feels so natural while you finger your keyboard with finesse controlling both Changli and Brant. Man, the crazy thing is, Brant hasn't even reached his peak potential yet. I'm not talking about a new character in the future, nor am I talking about how long it might take for you to finish this echo set. I mean the future of Wuthering Waves being difficult bosses. We are already seeing impossible challenges like the Hecate and the hologram fights. People with Brant are out here soloing all of the previous holograms with no issue. The shield is more than a shield. It's literally preemptive healing. Instead of waiting to get hit and then heal, Brant just straight up saves you that heal in advance, while also progressing his gameplay and dealing a ton of damage. It's not all fine and dandy though. I'm serious. Brant without his weapon is significantly weaker than he is with the weapon. The insane 77% energy recharge boost is just what makes him such a great all-around captain. He begins to look more on the average side of things if you don't have his weapon, but don't let that dissuade you from actually getting him, because trust me, he's still very viable and usable even without his weapon. You just need to rely more on him as a buffer and sub DPS. With characters like Genshin and Carlotta though, that's no problem. And with game modes like Wuthering Waves where you don't need a whole lot of sustain, a third DPS can always be incredibly valuable. So did Brant allow our girl Chun-Li to fly? Nah, our Phoenix was already burning super hot. But what he did do is let loose the sails to allow Chun-Li to reach new heights. He's not just a great teammate, he's a top tier character in his own right, bringing insane flexibility, damage, and utility. The Brant Changli duo isn't just strong, it's one of the most fun and dynamic teams in the game. It's not just Brant Changli though, because you have a third character slot. I legit have 5 to 10 different options. Yinlin, Chixia, Calamari, Carlotta, Shorekeeper, Sanhua, there are just so many different options and so many different ways to play this triple quickswap team. And honestly, Kuro Games just keeps proving that they know exactly what they're doing with their character designs. This is the point where gacha games start to fall into power creep, but Wuthering Waves is still prioritizing gameplay over raw stat increases. If they keep this up, we are in for an amazing ride. So will Chun-Li still be a dominating presence in quickswap 2 years from now? Only time will tell, but for now, she is thriving. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more enigmatic content. And don't forget, grab NordVPN with my link to stay protected and support the channel. Until next time, Enigma out.